it's a new year. Happy
Sure
2010. I don't know. We keep saying that. We're just going to keep saying it. You got to say it for a month or so. Happy decade. Happy new decade.
I think so. Well, especially when you're doing a show on declutter.
Yes,
right?
And that's what we're going to talk about.
Clearing.
Good segue.
It's just, that's kind of what you do in the new year. A lot of people talk about doing it, but you know what? We're really doing it this year because, as we've been saying, now is the time.
Except for I'm looking at my desktop with my new computer. As you know, I have silver, not white. I have my other one. I have my old one as well. And this one is, look at it, Danielle. I'm kind of embarrassed. I'm not even going to show you. You can just picture it. I'm got the problem where I've got all the stuff on the it's a mess. So help.
Well, you know, one of the things that Tracy and I were talking about a little bit in the first show, decluttering, was it is overwhelming. There's so much information out there.
Yeah,
we are just so inundated with so many things from so many different directions, and it's not like we just have TV and radio anymore. You know, the internet has really created this entire network of information.
And it is addictive. You're so right. Yeah. It's like weird.
No, it is.
There are times when, honestly, and I'll share this with you too, share this with my counselor here, that I find myself just going back and forth, Facebook and my LinkedIn, Twitter and all, and I just keep, it's like this circle.
You start reading someone's blog, and that leads you to a link that leads you to some other website, and you're reading a e-Zion article, and then next thing you know, it's taking you to something else, and you're on someone's Twitter, and then it's following them, and
midnight.
Right. Right.
Okay, so what do we need to do?
So one of the tips that I really believe in is that you really need to link all of your social media sites together.
That's a great
So you know, link your LinkedIn to your Twitter, link your Twitter to your Facebook, you know, link these things so you can really maximize your time on the internet.
Is it easy for them to figure this out? Because I mean, I know I've done it, and it is pretty simple, right?
It is, and the sites I think have been getting better and better at making that simple, but I think what we can do is we can spend a little time maybe next time. Or
we'll give you some step-by-step information on that.
how to do it.
But it is good, streamline and have one place to go where you can where you don't have to keep doing.
And not only that, but it also, if you're tweeting something out and you have it connected to your Facebook or your LinkedIn, it's now on there too. So you don't need to now go to your LinkedIn and put a status update there as well.
Right.
So it's
I have done that because I just get like overzealous.
And people do, and you know what? And that's okay. But if you're starting to feel overwhelmed and inundated, and like you're not getting the most out of your time, then maximizing your time by doing that could be helpful.
Okay, great. So, I'm already feeling sort of feeling some declutter happening. It's, it's got to happen here first, right? It's got you got to have the decluttered thought and then start to declutter. And should I bring up that point about my tip that I've learned? Is it's very simple, everybody. You just start doing it. Just like creating content on the internet, you just do it. You just start decluttering, even if it's a little bit, because I have, honestly, my meat space clutter, love that term, meat, M-E-A-T space, I have got bills and stuff that I have not shredded, and it keeps piling up.
Right. And
but I find if I do one,
what does that do in your mind?
It just makes me feel less enthusiastic. It makes me feel
kind of heavy.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, but I find if I do one or two even, or three, well, it does get a little addictive. You want to keep doing it, but it does feel good. It keeps me wanting to do more.
And again, I mentioned this book last time, and I told you guys I was going to bring it up again, but Clear Your Clutter with Feng Shui, Karen Kingston.
Clear Your
Really great book. And I highly recommend it. If you don't have time to even read a book, then, that's a topic for another show. But I just wanted to give you guys a couple of informational points that she brought up, which has to do with space clearing. And that's really what Tracy and I are talking about, is how to sort of clear your mind space, clear your cyberspace, and clear your physical space so that new energy and flow can happen, and that you can really envision these things in your life that you want and make them happen. And one of the things that Karen says is that actually having clutter literally clogs your life. And if you're feeling like there's stuck energy in your life and you don't quite understand it or where it is happening or why, she says that sometimes it literally could be the physical clutter in your home.
Well, it's worth trying it out. It's worth decluttering for that reason alone.
And that's really, that's the whole idea, I guess, of Feng Shui. And after I read this book, I mean, I really didn't know that much about Feng Shui before I read this book. So if you, again, like Tracy said, don't know how to do it or where to start, I recommend start with your front door. Okay, you walk into your home. It's the first area of your home that you see, that you experience, that energetically you come into contact with. And on a cellular level, if your front door area is cluttered and you walk in and you trip over shoes and you fall over a carpet that's always like bunching up because it doesn't quite sit right under the door,
Right, okay.
get rid of the carpet.
You know what, Danielle?
Yours is perfect.
I did that all by myself. I had this piece of carpet that matches this carpet.
Nice work.
And I saw that, and it's kind of gets dirty, and I thought, you know what? I'm throwing it out, and you know what?
You did it.
It felt really good.
See?
It really felt good. I've thrown out 2 carpets in the last couple of months.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
You know, we can't forget about the wonderful chocolate. Have we covered our 3 points?
We totally have, yeah. And I'm really glad you did that, because this, peppermint bark, I got this over the holidays, and so it's almost gone.
And it's Trader Joe's.
It is Trader Joe's.
And you guys have probably seen it because it's there. You see it. I mean, you can't help but see it.
You can't help but see it. It's always like right in the end cap.
Okay, I want to smell this.
Smell that.
Chocolate and peppermint makes me sneeze.
It's dark chocolate and white chocolate. And peppermint bark is only a holiday season thing, which is so sad to me because I love it.
And your friend Robin's coming on the show, and she makes hers.
Yes.
Okay, so you'll get a recipe on how to do it.
So it's available at all the stores during the holiday times, but other than that, yes.
Okay, and because it is a little later than our show is normally, as you notice, it's a little darker, it might be closer to your bedtime, which brings us to this wonderful bedtime tea called Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's just opened down nearby. We love Trader Joe's. This bedtime tea is really good. It's very relaxing, and it's got, speaking of a mint, it's got a minty taste.
Oh, so it's perfect with
the chocolate.
Yes,
it'd be perfect. I think be a great,
So for those of you who are big tea drinkers and you try to, taper off towards the end of the night, you could still drink this one.
I love it. So I think we are all set. Declutter, and then
clear your space,
and then eat peppermint bark and bedtime tea, and you guys are going to have a great 2010.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.